Scorpio, what's good? I'm your Mile High Priest chilling up here on Mercury's day. We are at the top of the Venus hour. I I do have my phone here and I'm texting. Y'all, I'm actually texting. I'm texting a Scorpio. And yes, thankfully I do have your horoscope ready here for the new moon in Pisces. And y'all know I was raised by, astrologically speaking, Rob Brezsny. I don't know if you guys know or have heard. He's far out. He's I would say Uranus, Uranian guy, and I learned from him how to translate horoscopes, which then may require more translation. But that's the fun. I'm really well connected to like divinity, like the seven dancing flames, the planets, and that's likely why you hear a lot of different takes from this otherworldly perspective. Anyway, Scorpio, thank you for being here. I honor you. I honor our energetic exchange. As you saw, I was having a lot of fun. You have the Four of Pentacles. You have the cheetah. You also have the firefly, the deer, and the mouse. So you may be going through a situation with a Libra or like a Libran situation. You have spirituality, humility, and vibe. It's a vibe. I think you've been spending a lot of time alone. You're kind of disconnecting or realizing your connection to the spiritual realm and what that means as far as like the world collective. Okay. So those are the pre-shuffle, pre-channeled messages. You have the mirror. I don't know. I would go back and watch the collective, and also the Libra message may pertain to you. You have the sword. So maybe you broke up with someone, or maybe you're breaking up with a lot of people. And I just mean you may not be at odds, but you might be at odds with people you might not want to. Well, in your solitude, right? That's like whether you took this on your own, or whether it was a sort of like as a result, an effect of like a breakup or separation, or just like friendships kind of mirroring, or you going on this pilgrimage, which is, it could mean you were traveling. And with the Libra, we have 2 months off, and we have the Maiden, which the siren lingers. And so you've unmasked that aspect of you. You've taken a look at it. And so that brings you to the vessel. So even if you're masculine, especially, it does feel like a pilgrimage of some sorts. It's like the cookie crumbles. Like now the cookie crumbles, right? Maybe you're used to the cookie crumbling like in your favor, and maybe in this case it's just like in no one's favor. Scorpio, once again, I ask that my spiritual guides of the highest, most brilliant, widest light, divine light, protect me and you. I ask that your ancestors of the most sage, ancient lineage, most knowledgeable ancestors, and your spiritual guides of the highest, brilliant, brightest white light, divine light, protect you and me as I receive channeled messages, as I read for you. Thank you for the new moon in Pisces. Happy birthday if you are a sun in Pisces. Thank you, Scorpio. I love you. I know I'm mean, right? I'm mean to the Libras and the Scorpio. You know, the Libras and I get into it, and the Scorpios usually ghost me. They're like, I seen what you get into with those Libras. Scorpio, all love. You have a fire cheetah, you're ready to go. But maybe you're like ready to take this like spiritual kind of aspect of you on, like you've unmasked and you've put on a mask of spirituality, which is very fitting. Perhaps in your travels, perhaps you are traveling. That means you're looking at from a higher degree with anima mundi. Maybe people are reflecting to you. Maybe now you see like how quickly you manifest, how quickly you magnetically draw in. But that means you are also magnetically drawn. So I'm getting the Ace of Wands, and we do have a lot of Ace of Wands. So maybe you're like feeling, what is the word? Fiery, feisty, yes, cheetah, Queen of Wands, intimate, sacral, yes, okay. You're honed in, you're listening, you're not that small. Like, I don't know, I don't mean your stature. You might be like taller, bigger, or like someone small, considerably smaller, taught you something. We have the wolf here, and you're like, what? Like, who are you? But we land on the deer, and we land on the Four of Pentacles. So you can't sacrifice your time, your efforts. You want something, or you're waiting now that you're on this spiritual pilgrimage. So I get Capricorn. Maybe you're dealing with your mom. With Libra, we had the father wounds. Thank you once again for being here. I'm just recording. Let's see. So for Scorpio rising, yes, I did recommend to Libra, maybe if you're feeling lucky, if you want to take a small little risk, I would say, yeah, why not buy a lottery ticket? There's a lot of like Aries fire. The moon falls in your 5th house, right? Yeah, I'd say somewhere in between the 4th and 5th. This is very cool. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Alrighty then. Yes, it's very like set for you. Something's coming out of the, maybe you're speaking up, or maybe you've just made a lot of space. So for your horoscope message, I have madness, lunacy right around the world. I must have been listening to a lot of Daft Punk, because I have Venus. Venus just is homework. Mars is Chiron, wounded healer. There you go. Your karmic meditations are romance. And there you go. Go back and watch the Libra video, romance. And exalted prince. Exalted princess. So like, yeah, you're in this Piscean wash. Maybe that's a homework, is like, get to learn this Pisces way, the romantic way of the Pisces. Maybe there is a desire to merge, but this is merging with you, like 2 of Cups. Keywords from Mercury around the world. So that could be lunacy too. Like that could be what drives you mad. And then within your traveling around the world, you come into the spiritual, like, I don't know, like spiritual tower moment, a spiritual illumination. And that's, you're disconnecting from your typical friendships. I'm getting deja vu. I feel like I gave this message already. Leo, I don't know. Sag, I don't know. This could be about love and intimacy. It could be all of a sudden, I don't know why I even get those things. Like Scorpio, maybe you were like you're not interested in like romance. And then it feels like I'm telling you a secret. It's like you were not going for love, but you found love. Make a wish, lucky strike, take a chance, 1111. There you go. What's good? Maybe you found yourself, right? Maybe you found a new level of you, a new essence of you. Spirituality, humility. This was a humbling moment. Mystery. Okay. Life is a mystery, right? Thank you so much. Scorpio, I honor you. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. It's almost lunchtime. Let's see. I am going to just pull Wild Mystic, Animal Tarot, and then I'll have the Hermetic Taro for your situation, the origin, and the challenge that you're facing. Thank you, Scorpio. Confidence. Yeah, come out. It's okay. Like if you are in love, maybe you didn't want to be in love. Stillness. In all the movement, you're finding stillness, and it's like dichotomy, or it's like the other side. It's the mirror. Like in maybe you needed to move, right? It's like the moving energy out of the body, and maybe in your fast-paced traveling and like routine-based traveling, or like being on the clock, being on the dot, it amplifies the speed of traumatic energy body release, or release of the energy body. Stored traumatic experiences are released around the world, and we talk a lot about like ley lines, grid work, land work, and law of the land. It's almost like hitting up these specific points is very spiritual. The pilgrimage, it's like you walk up onto like holy lands, and like who knows what holy lands are these days. Wow, you have the Magician, Ace of Cups, and there you go, Knight of Wands, and then the Star. So it's like healing, right? Temperance. Disconnect, illumination in your disconnect. So it's like leaving temporarily, leaving your grounds, you know, like you're leaving your motherland or going to the motherland. And so I love the Hermetic Tarot, because here we have the Capricorn symbol, and then we have the Scorpionic, the steam, right? That's normally what we get from the Alchemist, the Temperance, daughter of the Reconcilers. So there's a reconciliation, and I don't want to drag it out into saying this is a reconciliation with somebody, or like a testament of the love or romance. It's more you. And this is what I've been talking about. Like, it has to come from you. It has to, this is just the way I see it, the way I read it. It's like, maybe that's what this person wants. Is like, maybe you understand that now. Like, weird messages, y'all, like patience and the timing thing. Maybe needing to let it out, let steam out too. Like in your journey, it was like letting a bunch of steam out, or so the Temperance is just like very steamy, steam. Also, yeah, we said a lot of sacral energy it's in the movement, and it's more responsibility with Capricorn here. It's like you've been down that road, you've acted that way. So do you want to act as if? With the Magician, it's, do you want to act accordingly in your humility, in your spiritual moment, right? Maybe the pilgrimage does ask you. You know, I was thinking, like, when you go to certain regions, I've been talking about regions for some reason, like we're supposedly we're so liberated here in the good old US, which is true. Like, if you go to a different region and their laws, it's like having to kind of cover up. And I don't mean like, yes, cover up, but also like, that's besides your gender identity. Like, even certain, it doesn't really matter, right? It just depends on where you're at. And the covering up is like, you maybe have to mask. And I hope that you guys catch my drift. Like, someone so out and liberated, and like, you know, we have all these fancy identities and different spectrums here in the US. It's like in certain lands are only like two genders, you know, like according to the law or something. And so in those cases, when you're on a pilgrimage, it's like act under the law, unless you're like, I don't know, having a political moment. I don't think this is a political moment. I don't think you're trying to like change the way of the land, of the law. Also, this brings up astrocartography, which is like people forget that there are lands and laws, that maybe the planets are like, we don't care about the lands and laws. We just think that energetically you would vibe here, and we have vibe. So it's likely like, it's not like you're moving somewhere, or maybe you are, but okay, we're still at temperance, y'all. I'm so sorry. What I mean is like, along the points, because you're not so like, you're just traveling, right? You're just crossing lands. You're crossing these lands. It's still triggering the grids, the energy. So that's the situation, y'all. And then your challenge being, okay. Well, the challenge, wasn't it the Emperor for Libra? So the Father. It must involve someone else, right? And then we have the truth. Like, do you need to tell the truth? Is there something that needs to come out? It seems like it, right? Isn't that what we said? Like, come out. And it's not like come out of the whatever, the gender closet. It's like, come out and say something. Come out and say what you want. Come out and say, or maybe it's like, come out in the spirit, from the spiritual closet, right? Four of Swords, and we have Four of Pentacles. Definitely Libra, please. Lord of Rest from Strife. Yeah, you maybe haven't told people what you've been up to, but even in your travels, you may have just been resting. It's more of that kind of type of vacation, or also in between your travels, there's a lot of rest. And that's what I mean. It's like moving, going, resting, that your body's like reconfiguring and recalculating and reintegrating or integrating. Spirituality and temperance, integration. We have card 11. This is I used to call it the temptress. Something is tempting to you. And so it's like going about it differently. Maybe you're used to getting what you want. Wow, we have Death card. Yeah, things change. Wow, the Tower. That's in the past. Dare we say karma, a karmic phase. You've come to a point in a karmic phase. This was in the distant past. So this could have been your last year, right? Or you're now recognize what the last year means. You were going through a lot of karma. And so that's why the Ace of Swords is here. It's like a lot of truth has been shown to you with the number 11. So you could feel that even if you're not a master number 11, a life path master number 11, like you could be a 2, or, you know, wow, a 2, yeah. High Priestess. So wait, you were saying that through all of this you gain some knowledge that isn't really easy to talk about, and so also, yeah, you need to talk about it. I see a lot of like self-love, self-affirmation. Like, what's your mantra, right? Maybe you've stumbled upon all these things. Oh my God, yeah. Okay, sacred union. So do you like somebody? Do you need to write them a note and have your friends pass it along to them? You could write an email, you could write a text, even though I think in the collective message I was saying, there's no love in a text message. Okay, unless you are texting me like there's a lot within a text message. I'm so wrong. How do you have the sun? How do you have divine sacred union? This is all about you, Scorpio. Has it all? Has it not? But what? Like you're telling me that's not the truth. You've been doing it for everyone else, right? The son of the morning, the emperor. Something too about those crack of dawns that you're maybe it used to be partying all night until the crack of dawn, and now it's like you better get up by crack of dawn and get your together, right? Okay, this Aquarian fella. So do you have Libra or Aquarian placements or 11th house placements? Or are you a Libra 11th house? So I would put your Scorpio in the 12th house and first house, depending on which house system, right? Okay, you've got something to say to somebody, someone you treated very coldly, or you were in spite of them, I would say. You were not working with them. You were trying to work around them. Maybe you were friendly. Maybe it was a friend situation. Maybe it was like your friend fell in love with you, that sort of thing. Wow, we have a Jupiter 5 of Cups, y'all. This is very masculine of you. We do have Aquarius, so this could be, or this youth of coins, okay? Is it like that you had to, I don't mean that you had to, or you looked at what youthful aspects of you are worth carrying alongside, especially with spirituality. We do like suggest that you bring a lot of play, and that's why I suggest romance. Like, be delusional with yourself so that you can be honest with yourself about what's truly delusional, what's an illusion, and what's more practical. What romantic aspects can you actually practically align with and plan for and envision and then manifest? Okay, that takes a lot of courage, more than just busting out the door, right? That's why it goes from like the cheetah to the deer, the firefly to the mouse. Like, oh yeah, even while we have the crossroads, like even though you're big, or even though you're a big fella, or maybe you're a bigger stature, or maybe you're just a strong, powerful feminine, or like queen bee type material, like boss bee, or the man of the hour, that power man, the power woman, the power Scorpio, right? Like, wow, Taurus. Jesus, what's going on? Like a lot of clearing of the mind, your emotions, which is just like, then you want to get married. Now you're ready to get married. Wait till the planetary parade. Wait a month. I don't know. Or talk it out this month, right? There's a lot of that. There's a lot of talking it out. Or that could be had. You could have that. So 5 is a Jupiter number. You could be very Jupiterian. You don't have to be young, but this is part of the Jupiterian youthful. But it's also like with temperance and the sword of truth, Lord of the root of the powers of air. It's like you got to clear a lot of mental systems, mental vibes, and go into your spiritual like vibration. And then now I understand too, it's not about like vibration. It's like, what was the word? Voltage. But look at the voltage in this. Y'all, this is brilliant. Scorpio, are you raising your voltage? Okay. Mars voltage. How Scorpion of you. You're standing in your power. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Are you emotional? Like, you didn't want to let the emotions out because you're very cold and Aquarian and very like calculated and Libran, and then all of a sudden it's like this high priestess, high priest, this like psychic is like you're psychic, and they're like what, or you're like what, and then you're like in love with them. So 5 of Cups is good fortune in love. Scorpio, its inner interpretation is responsibility. Scorpio, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, stick around. It's fine if you don't want to leave me a comment, but if you do, I fully support it. And I promise I won't, unless you're David, then I will scream at you. It's a nice, it's like, hey David, but like, also, responsibility. You're going from this youthful, cold, sassy, calculated Libra Aquarius to like, okay, I've thought about all the logistics. Like now I just like gotta be responsible about it, right? And we have the Enchantress. I used to call her the Temptress, but she's the Enchantress. So this is like Gnosis. You are in the Althea. Okay, Aletheia. So don't be too hard on yourself. Can I put it that way? This person, there's something to say, like you're the emperor. So I don't think that, or are they the emperor? So, but then we have veiled Isis, we have the Temptress, we have sacred union. There's a lot of truth in love, or just admitting the love part. King Solomon, can we have advice? Thank you very much, Scorpio. Okay, 13 and 30. Oh, cool. Wow. First, get through this, right? That's the advice. Power, strength, determination. We've been saying power, like Scorpio power, right? Advice is invest a lot of energy and determination in what you are doing. Go the whole 9 yards and don't give up. Scorpio, what in the F is going on? Are you like going in on this? Like card number 30, which is the advice for that's upcoming, right? Like in later is devotion, perseverance, believing in your path, and sacrifice. Give it all you've got. Make the extra effort in order to reach your target. Perseverance backed by faith will bring favorable results. Okay. Illumination and disconnection. Okay. Give it all you've got. The deer is like, you know you want that. You know you can have it. Have you made the space for it? The cheetah, yeah, you can have it really fast, but don't forget that this person, are you dealing with a firefly? Also, you're dealing with a wolf. Like, so this person is really cute and small, but they're a wolf. Okay. You're over here looking like the deer in the headline. Scorpio, 4 of Pentacles here, you will reserve your power. You have the power, okay? What in the who? So this is your new moon in Pisces message. It's hitting your 5th house, especially if you're a Scorpio rising. And if it's in the 4th house, that's where, well, Cancer, Mars is in Cancer, but that would be in your like 9th house, right? Oh my gosh, so that's giving like, hey, you've been through some relationships, long-term relationships failed, long-term relationships, do you want, maybe you didn't want one, maybe you don't want one, but maybe all of a sudden it's like Mars in that arena is like, well, you can have it, and like you're very close to having it. Do you want that responsibility? This is Two of Cups. Okay, first it's like be determined that you guys can be friendly with each other. Because the wolf is here, it's like some things you guys don't like about each other, which is very like real. I'm like, that isn't that real? Like, to understand that there are some aspects that you don't really like about your partner, but ultimately you love them. And also, like, if you're like me, you evolve, you work on integrating shadow aspects and working through to heal dark aspects of being human being, right? Because we have card 11, like there's a lot of like lessons of from karma, or just in general about karma. And so what is it that Cancer, wow. So something about your 9th house, 10th house. Is your career changing too, or maybe you're more in this worldly stature? You were very local, now you're very global, worldly. Okay, wait. What is it that you can't? The aspect of you healing yourself, or the aspect of you healing each other. Are you guys healing each other? Maybe you don't think that you're a healer. Maybe you don't realize that your love is healing too, right? You're healing them. Oh my God, shut the hell up. Y'all better calm down, okay? So this is a friendship, right? The sun. Maybe both of you are very youthful. Both of you are very like, you're adults, but not acting. It gives Pisces. It gives 11th. It gives 10th, 11th, 12th house. Like, yeah, we can be responsible, but also, what was that song? So in the collective message, I was like, I think I was getting that song. I don't care. I love it. I don't care. Oh yeah, because the one part of that song is you're a 70s something and I'm a 90s, meaning like they're not connecting. But is that what's happening here, where you guys are very similar but different, and like the differences are like glaring, like, but now you're like, if I'm determined, Scorpio, whoa, look, 2 of Cups, you're worried. You don't think this will go the way. Okay, because you have to reserve a lot of boundaries. You may end up, are you saying you may end up walking away from this with the King of Swords? Or you have already? So now you've created these boundaries, right? Scorpio, you're here. Your fear, you're moving through the fear. Look, this can happen very fast. It's a faithful leap of faith. So be careful with the risks you take, but I think this risk, you know exactly what it's going to take. We have Death card, your card, Scorpio. This means, yeah, it seems like a loss, but you win. Like, this is your power. This is like what I've been saying, like the diamond in the rough, and then more, and then the riches, and the treasure chest, the pot of gold. It's like you don't just stop at the diamond in the rough. And maybe that's what's kind of happened in your life. Like, you are that type of Scorpio that kind of polishes the diamond in the rough. And maybe you see that in this person, but it has that reverse mirrored effect where they're like, actually, you're the rough one and I'm polishing you. Okay, so there's a fear. Look, there's a fear of the spiritual quality. There's a fear of boundaries, limits. There's a fear of going from a yes person to a let me get back to you on that and actually no type of person. Okay, so they're saying this love will require a form of responsibility and independence, because we went from the youth of coins to the king of swords, which they are the same vibration. They are Gemini and Aquarius. This is very Aquarius. Okay, usually, like, maybe this is it, like you're crossing this land, okay, and you're fearful of it. You have a lot of fear. You think that maybe this will be what locks you in, landlocked, but it's mostly your fears. And what it'll actually do is bring you out of this cold a-hole vibration to this like loving, supporting, caring, gentle person. Maybe there is fear in this relationship, and maybe it is you guys are two guys or something, and maybe you're hiding. Maybe you fear that you're not going to be able to hide how much love you have for this person, so you've had to act cold. You've had to act like a guy, even if you're not a guy. You kind of had to act like a guy, or like how you suppose a man would act. Wow, the 6 of moon in Taurus. I think you're understanding more like how much time is going. If this is just about you coming into your own sacred union, it means you're coming into health, but also you're no longer saying yes to everything, because you do understand you got to say no to a lot of things too. Okay. The Ace of Wands still here. You're very passionate about this person. So is that what's you're deciding? Okay, the King of Swords here tells me you're deciding if you want to take this on. Okay, so if you have boundaries, maybe that's what the scary part is, that you don't know if this person can keep boundaries, or there's a lot of there's a lot of working through your fears, and this is a lot like past life stuff. So maybe it's stuff you deal with your dad. Yeah, it's the dad and the mom. Wow, look, yeah, it's the family. You know that this is going to break through. So this is your legacy. This is not your family's legacy. Okay, that's why you're in your zone, and you're afraid that you're gonna have to exit the family legacy, okay, and build your own. But you already built your own. You're already the emperor. Is that the challenge? Is recognizing that you are like ready for this? You're ready to leave this supposed legacy behind, and this is a risk that the planets want you to take for your transition into this. The fool, the spiritual fool, from the materialist, from being overtly material and fighting for everything. Now you fight the spiritual battle. Okay, now things move in your favor. The Death card, and then the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Wow, you're very passionate about this. Like love. 3-3. Okay. Confidence is the key here. Okay. Memory. So there's a gift, and then provide. Do you want to provide protection? It's very masculine in the way you're asserting that. So if you're feminine, if you're a female or woman, then this protection is you with you and yourself. If you're a masculine or man, I'm getting more like you want to protect the feminine. You want to protect them. Okay. Yeah. You'll keep your power intact. Ace of Cups. High Priestess. Queen of Wands. Okay. Don't fight this. Maybe you're done fighting this and you got to come out. You're very attracted to this person. Okay. We'll give you that. You went from the Two of Cups to the Ace of Cups. Scorpio, what's good? Signing off at the top of the Venus hour. Wow. I send you all the love and light. I'm going to just ding the fork that I lovingly refer to as the bell. This is not a bell. Thank you very much. Scorpio, I send you all the love, all the brilliant, brilliant violet, most divine white light to protect you, your car body, okay? I'm going to ding the fork now. Enjoy your new moon in Pisces, okay? Don't forget to hit like, hit share this with other Scorpios. Lover Scorpios. Leave me a message. Subscribe. Thank you.